Okay. I mean, that's usually the move right there. It's like, dude, if you don't catch that, mm, it's just- mm. Hey, yo, what's up, Investor Z? All right, man. Let's see if we can make some more money today. Yeah. Mm. Mm. All right, so let's see if we can get a pullback here. Mm. So obviously the market, or at least the metals market, has apparently they think that this whatever NFP came out with today, they think it's bullish because pretty obvious. And we're getting a lot of positive gamma. Well, at least on the metals. On the indices, and this thing's been red. So I guess the market has been selling and selling and selling and selling on these indices. And it's just the aggressive bulls just buying it and just holding it up. But it's obvious that the market is, trying to be sold down here. It's kind of obvious. We keep taking out prior areas of support. This looks bearish. This actually looks like a break and a retest right here, and they're selling this thing down while the metals are just going crazy right now. Let me see. So how should I interpret today's, or how should I interpret? So yeah, so it's a lot to unpack. My AI assistant said that how I should interpret today's release is that the labor market is still growing, but is clearly slowing, which reinforces the case for continued Fed easing in 2026 rather than forcing a hawkish reversal. So at least based on today's release, I guess we should expect a rate cut. So I wonder why the market is still kind of, I feel like the market is like what, that child that gets what it wants and then it's like, I don't want it no more. Kind of like me. I got what I want now. Now I don't want it no more. I don't want it. I don't want it anymore. So this market has been crying for rate cuts, and now it's looking like we're getting it. And now all of a sudden, now the market is selling off. I think this probably was like a buy the rumor of a rate cut and then sell the news, because that's exactly what it appears is happening. I mean, the market is just trending lower. Oh, is it? You said Project X is down again? I guess I'm already locked out of my account. I'm already locked out. I already made my money on silver today. I think I'm ready for the full mini. And, you know, Alfred, I was thinking about what you said last night, and I guess it didn't really occur to me. But if you're going to trade 5 minis or 5 micros, you might as well trade the mini. Well, okay. Well, I guess it really depends on how you trade it. Never mind. See, I just wait for pullbacks, and I'm going to buy the pullback, and I'm going to set my stop, and I'm going to let my the position play out. If the way that I trade, 5 micro contracts is actually more expensive than 1 mini contract. It's more expensive, not only with commissions, but with cost, because silver is $25 per tick. And the micro is $5 per tick. So half of that, what is that? 5 times 5 is 25. It's basically a mini. It's basically a mini if I'm trading 5 micros. So I might as well just trade the full mini to reduce my cost and be more profitable. So anything under 5 micro contracts for silver makes sense. Anything above 5, if you're trading with 1 position, 1 target, 1 stop, and you're not scaling in, it just doesn't make sense financially, cost base wise. Yeah, based out the full position. Yeah, like I said last night, silver is like, dude, I'm really enjoying how simple silver is. It trades very similar to gold, so I'm just taking my experience from gold. It's just, gold would be perfect for me if it just didn't do that bullshit that it does sometimes. I just don't like the fact that I gotta risk so much to stay in a trade now. It's not breaking structure, but it's not but at the same time, what it's not also doing, like right here, this is the top of the support right here. On silver, this trade is a 90% winner. 90%. There's going to be times where obviously silver wants to go for this level of liquidity right here. But for the most part, silver will bounce at that top, and it will move just enough for you to make decent money with low risk and high reward. Gold, on the other hand, is always the decision between, will I trade the top levels of support, or will I wait for a deeper pullback? And the confliction with this is that they're so close together and at the same time far apart. If you get stopped out of this trade, by the time you get stopped out of this trade, it can bounce right here. But if you wait for this area right here, then it could bounce at this level. And then there's times if say, okay, so if you trade right here and trade right here, it might break through that. So it's like, it's always a constant, like, okay, do I take the top or do I wait for the deeper pullback? And most of the time it's not consistent, and I don't like that. With silver, it's consistent. It's going to bounce at that top level 90% of the time, and that's all I need. With silver, I shouldn't be going tilt, because if I lose one trade, like if I win, that's like 10 trades. But I'm gonna add to the position. I think so with the my plan for my my funded Top Step account, I'll probably start trading 3 contracts and just max out at 3 and risk $270 per trade to make 2,000 or 1,800. So I'm gonna start risking 270 per trade. But I may get another account and have it pure silver, the mini. I am trading silver in a 25K account with Tradeify. I am using that account as a, not necessarily a sacrificial lamb, but a sacrificial lamb. Tradeify doesn't offer the micro silver, and I got that account for free anyway. So I'm confident in my strategy. So I only get like 2 or 3 tries in that account if I fuck up. Because I lose $400 every time I get stopped out. So I'm gonna have to make sure I stay on my P's and Q's on that account. But yeah. Hey, what happened with the Top Step X? What happened? Because I was in the silver trade, and I didn't experience any problems. Please, what happened? Ah, damn. It's not working. Well, shit. I'm glad that shit. Okay. I'm glad that it was working when I was in a trade, and I'm glad that it closed out. I'm already locked out of the account, so it's unfortunate that Top Step X fuck with you guys' position. And Santiago, I don't know if he was here. I think it was like a couple of streams ago. But I was looking at that 50 that you like to look at, and or actually, oh yeah, the trade that you was talking about before. We was looking for 380, what is it, 382 or something like that on the Nasdaq. Man, that was a perfect entry. Did you get that? Did you take that trade? Please tell me you took that trade. That was a perfect trade. You was only, if you took that trade, yeah, right here. I was like, wow, that's a great trade. You took that trade? Yo, congratulations, bro. Man, he was only like a few points in drawdown and captured this entire move, or potentially captured this entire move. From hit the entry 238 right here, 238 or 338 right here is 100 points right here. 100 points right there. Just get in. Yeah. Dude, that was beautiful. I was like, man, maybe I should start paying attention to it. Beautiful, man. All right, looks like everything is okay. Well, I mean, we're getting a flash of green here. I guess something happened in the market. Something's going on. The market's buying and buying. Look at that. We took out the orb high on the Nasdaq. You said Top Step is doing whatever they can to stop it. Hell yeah. Yeah, dude, honestly, isn't it interesting that every time there's a volatile day, just Top Step X just can't handle the volatility? It's kind of like Tradeivate, or how Tradeivate used to be, where you just know that on days where we had news, a lot of volatility, a lot of data coming in, being adjusted at a very fast pace, a lot of orders coming in, You just know that there's going to be a lot of volatility, and it seems like Top Step X is experiencing those same issues every day when it gets volatile. And then they say, "Oh, we're sorry. We'll take away your lost day." And I don't know if they actually so for the traders that couldn't close their trades and they were up like what 100K, 50K or whatever, as an exaggeration, didn't Top Step clear out those trades too? A 50% gap as an entry? Yeah. Especially on Nasdaq. We all know that the first attempt to fill that gap is a trap. Yeah, I definitely believe that the first attempt to fill that gap is a trap on the Nasdaq. Said if ES holds, we could go back up. Let's look at that. Yeah, I can see that. I'm pretty sure right now the bears are looking and saying that, yeah, this is a break of structure. But the one thing that I'm keeping my eyes on in this situation right here is that the thing that I'm keeping my eyes on is this trading range right here. That trading range right there. The market swept all the liquidity underneath that range right there. So we got a sweep. We got the market sweeping that low. We had a market sweeping above the high. We had price come down. It didn't take out this low. And now it's pushing its way back up. So if it comes back down and sweeps that area and pushes back up, then, oh yeah, we're definitely going to see a breakout. And this is where I would be interested in a trade, is after we see that breakout and that pullback into that trading range, probably just like Santiago's 50% right there. 50% right there. And I'll try for a long entry for at least a retest of that high right there. At least. Damn. Top Step. Dude, I'm so glad I made money today. Oh my God. I'm glad I made my money today. Is it really down? Wow. So this is Top Step X. So what's going on exactly? Are you not able to place an order on Top Step X? What's going on? Oh, you made money on the news? So right now I'm looking at the Top Step Discord right now. So this guy right now, so he said that he's up 30,000 in one trade right now. He's up 30,000. Yo, the metals. Okay, so this is what I mean. You can make money like that in any market, depending on size. But yo, when you come into this metals chat, if you ever go to Top Step Discord and just look at the metals chat, it's like everybody here is up like 20. Well, not everybody, but you're usually seeing screenshots of 30, 20, $50,000 freaking positions and 100K balances in the metals chat. And you'll probably only see like maybe 1 or 2, 3 people in the indices chat, you know, with the type of balance that you see in the metals chat. And I'm really starting to understand why the like metal traders get paid, because man, low risk, high reward. Low risk, high reward. I mean, if you trade metals like the indices, like the Nasdaq, well, your account's gonna get blown. But I mean, look how perfect. This is the trade that I took today. Actually, let me show y'all guys. Let me show you. Yeah, so this is the trade that I took today. And the thing almost stops me out. But look at that though. Like, look how I'm only risking $180 and I made $1,200, dude. Like, the risk to reward is insane in the metals, in metals, man. It's insane. Freaking insane, dude. It's insane. I only risked $180. It's insane. But I mean, the reason why I took this trade is it was just so simple. This trading range right here. I mean, I was paying attention to this trading range all day. I was kind of stalking this trading range. I was like, huh, this trading range is sitting right here menacingly. I was like, huh, I bet if once price kind of comes back, I'm pretty sure it's going to try to come and try to come to like the 50%. But the reason why I kind of got in where I got in is because the 200 EMA was right there at the time. At the time, it was right there. Yeah, it took a little bit of drawdown, but I was able to get it. And I watched this video yesterday, what kind of helped me out on this trade. It's called I can link it in the chat. If y'all guys, where was it? I watched this video yesterday. Smart money concepts that every trader should know. I'm gonna post it in the chat. But this right here, like, kind of saved me from this trade right here. It kind of saved me from this losing trade. I almost took this trade because if you pay attention, or if you're looking at the charts on silver, we got the break. And before watching this video, I would have tried to short the retest. But I noticed something that said, you know what, instead of taking the short, just wait for the break and take the long, which saved me from a loss right here. One of the first clues that I saw was that instead of the market pulling back up, that short would have worked. But because the market pulled up and double bottom at this low right here, so the market did this, it double bottom. So this technically the bears completed their objective. There's no reason for the market to go lower now because the bears have already completed their objective. And then once the bears completed their objective, they broke structure to the upside and then started to trade in a trading range. And we all know that a base rally comes after that. And it was rally, base, rally. And I said to myself, the bears completed their objective. They broke structure to the upside. They started in the trading range. I would highly doubt that this will work. And sure enough, you can kind of see it right here. You can see it. That stop run, because that's exactly where I would have gotten short. I would have gotten short right there where that stop run happened, because that was like the break of structure on the other side. And it worked just enough to keep the bears safe, thinking that they were safe. but price was coming retracing right back into a trading range, and all the bears that was in this short got used as fuel to push this market higher. And I was like, huh, smart money concepts, huh? So yeah, I shared the video in the chat. I would give it a watch. Honestly, I've been watching this guy's videos, and they're super informative. Super informative. I would highly recommend people watch it. So Santiago says, so the NQ took out pre-market high and didn't reverse. So the probability is, yeah, that's definitely true. And says your book map says a lot of buys. I'm on the sidelines looking for a choppy day. But yeah. You better take her off and put her in her room. Did she use the bathroom order? You could just, yeah, just put her in her room. But anyway. Yeah, it seems like the market doesn't know what it wants to do. I guess gold knows what it wants to do. It wants to get much higher, apparently. So this is what I'm looking for on gold. We have gold breaking structure to the upside. So, I mean, it's highly unlikely that we see this thing short without a pullback. It's highly unlikely. Or it's highly unlikely to see a reversal without at least a double top of this high. It's highly unlikely. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but it's definitely highly unlikely. You said investors are already done for going for the holidays? I think Tradeovate has a copy trader built in, but it's complete ass. It's complete ass, dude. It's yeah, it's complete ass. I mean, you can copy trade across accounts, but you won't be able to use ATM strategies across the account. Look this up. It's already built in to Tradeovate. It's called Group Trade. It's already built into the it's built into it. So Trade Syncer. So at least my AI assistant's saying that Trade Syncer is actually good. I think isn't that the hold on, what's that there's a hold on, let me look this up real quick, because there's one that My Funded Futures, it might be Trade Syncer actually. It may be Trade Syncer. Let me just log in and see. Yeah, you can. Hold on, let me see this real quick. Before what is it called? What is it called? My Funded Futures. Damn, gold is not even pulling back. It's gonna make me log in. No, it's been a while since I've Okay, yeah, so it's Trade Syncer, Santiago. It's Trade Syncer. Let's look at that. Just wanted to make sure. Okay. But like I said, TradeOvate does has its own trade copier, and it's called Group Trade. The only thing that's the only reason why I wouldn't want to use it is because if you have an ATM strategy, it doesn't copy the ATM strategy across those accounts. You would have to manually place your stop and your limits, which I feel defeats the damn purpose. Me personally, that's too much movement in a potentially emotionally hijacking situation, and stuff like that you can make a lot of mistakes, which I like. That's why I was like, why is it like that? That doesn't make sense for it to be like that. Hold on, did I lose a? Hold on, what the hell? I lost a trade. I don't even remember taking a trade in this account. I guess oh yeah, I left that limit there. Oh yeah, I forgot. I left that limit. I think Apex has their own trade copier. But you can also, what's it called? It's Replicanto. I bought it when it was on sale. I'm pretty sure I don't think it's that expensive. But this is what I use for NinjaTrader 8, which honestly I haven't used this thing in a while. Because I try not to even trade on anyway. So it's called Replicanto, and I think this is a really great tool. It works. And I would recommend it. I haven't had any issues with it. The only thing that I didn't like was during some volatile times, if for whatever reason, when the trades go out of sync, it flattens the other accounts, which is it's a good and bad thing. It's one of those things depending on the situation. If you're in a winning trade and it cancels it because of volatility, well shit. That'll piss you off. But when it becomes highly volatile and it flattens out the position and you're in a losing position, then obviously it's like, okay, I'm glad that happened. So you don't have to have it set up that way. You don't have to. Cave Trader actually helped me set it up to where it just flattens it out like that. So you can't see it. Or you want? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Replicanto. Yeah, it's called Replicanto Flowbot. I'll put the link in the chat. Actually, let's go to the trade cop here because they do have a lot of stuff. Trade copy. Okay, yeah. So I think that was it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was it right there. All right. So I'll put the link in the chat. Not with it. So it doesn't work with Rhythmic, but it does work with the what is it called? The CK's whatever that connection is called. It does work with that. So it's not going to work with Apex accounts, but it will work with Tradeify accounts, Lucid accounts. What account are you actually trading? The Tradeify account. I mean, I think all of them work except Apex. It's not going to work for Apex because Apex still uses Rhythmic or whatever the heck it uses. Or actually, maybe it does. Maybe I'm wrong. But I know that you can't, at least with Apex, you can't copy trade. So you can't have a Tradeovate account and trade it on NinjaTrader 8. But with Tradeify, with everyone else you can. It's just not with Apex. I know that to be true. I don't know why, but I know that to be true. Okay, yeah. So if your Tradeovate account is with Apex, then no, it's not going to work. TPT, huh? Let's look at TPT real quick. Let's look at TPT. So TPT only offers silver. It doesn't offer micro silver, right? It doesn't offer micro silver, but it offers the mini silver. If I get a 150K, I can probably be paid out in 2 days. $252, huh? All right, Santiago. CQG connection, yeah. That's a clean break of structure right there. So I think we do see the pullback. Yeah, I mean, I guess it could come back. We could see a deeper pullback. Mm, 80-20 split, 90-10 split. Okay. So this is what I can do. This is what I'll do. 119 for a 50K. 119 for a 50K, huh? $3,000 in drawdown. I'll consider a TPT account, man. I'll consider it. I'll consider it. Or maybe, well, maybe, maybe. I just hate that trailing drawdown, man. I just hate it. I just hate that damn trailing drawdown. Just hate it. I apologize about that, guys. Everything just completely froze. Like I freaking swear. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I didn't mean to leave that limit on the board yesterday, but and this is the dilemma that I go through. So 35. This is another area right here where the market could bounce at 35.6. So I guess what I'll do is we'll see. Because usually, so what happens with gold, from what I see with gold, is if it taps that higher liquidity right here and then goes, then it's highly likely to come right back down and fill this area. And then, but usually if it fills this area, you'll see like a 20 plus point bounce, 15, 20. It's usually, the market is going to usually reverse here because this is the leg that we get this big move higher. Price usually comes back and taps into this area. And then we get the market to at least retest the high. But I'm only looking for 90 ticks. Sometimes it's definitely a challenge to try to convince myself to be patient when I'm only looking for 90 ticks. Like I'm not looking for a full-fledged reversal. I'm looking for just 90 ticks. So it's kind of a challenge to justify waiting for the deeper pullback when if I'm going to wait for the deeper pullback, then I might as well try to get the full move. But I just want my money and I want it now. Like stuff like this. I hate when I miss moves like this. And this is exactly what I'm looking for. I mean, why the hell did it just choose to do that? Hmm. 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 This little spot right here didn't even show up on Bookmap. It didn't show up on Bookmap, but it showed up on this guy's Bookmap. Hmm. God damn, dude. Yo, everything is selling off, man. That is so crazy. Damn, look at that sell off. A failed orb high break. Same thing with the ES. But I mean, this is a very interesting area right here on the ES. Because now we've taken out that low. And we could potentially see a double bottom retest right here. If the bears fail to take out this low and hold, then the only thing for the market to do is go back up. That's the only thing that the market can do here. I haven't even looked at silver. It's like silver kind of pulled back into that resistance area, and now we're seeing a rejection. Oh shit, actually it did do it. I wasn't paying attention. It did do it. Just didn't go the amount of money I was looking for, and it came back and stopped me out. But I guess it did kind of reject right there at that level. You did see a rejection at that level with silver, so. Mm. Mm. Dang, it's only 9:26. Man. You can really tell that the market is just not exciting today because dang, it's only 9:26. I mean, that market has only been open for an hour. It's only been okay. So here comes that double bottom retest on the ES. We'll see if the bulls hold this. Okay. Mm. Yeah, I kind of feeling it's gonna do that. Yeah, I guess moves like that will be few and far between. Hopefully they are. Mm. Well, looks like we got that double bottom retest right there on ES. And that was a decent move up. And of course, gold didn't pull back. Man, okay, gold. All right, dude. All right, gold. All right. All right. At least you got paid from him. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Now that this is the move that I'm looking for. Now, what I'm gonna do here is actually I will be moving it down now. Because that was the move I was looking for. It didn't even pull back. And this is what this is uh, uh, this is what's frustrating to me with gold sometimes, because it looks like it pulled back to this previous high versus coming back to this range right here. It basically took out that low, swept the liquidity underneath that low, and then it bounced up. Moves like this, it's not consistent with gold. I wouldn't even I wouldn't build an out. I wouldn't buy I wouldn't build a bot looking for stuff like this, because this is not something that I see consistently with gold. It didn't even pull back to this area right here. So or maybe they're trying to save this level for later. Maybe, I don't know. So when in a situation like this, I guess I just have to be absolute. Either I'm going to trade the top of the liquidity, or I'm going to trade deep inside. The deeper I trade inside liquidity, the highly likely that it'll be a profitable trade. But at the same time, I can also just straight up miss it. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the leg that does it. So. You know what? I just noticed something. So let's see. Let me look at this. I just noticed that gold just broke down that structure to the downside. Gold just broke that structure to the downside. Yeah, I'm glad to see that, man. I'm glad to see that you brought the account back. You know what, Santiago? That's definitely a good strategy though. Setting alerts. I do. So, do you set them and forget them, or do you feel like the anticipation of getting an alert? My biggest concern is, or at least when I think about setting alerts, it's like I'm in a constant state of anticipation. Six three two. Dude, that's 18 points, dude. There's no justification in that. There's no justification. Hmm. There's never no justification of giving the market 10 points. So I had to give my trading partner some word of advice. He recently blew his 25K accounts, and I think he's been uh, I think it was down about that. I was like, dude, first of all, those accounts were free, and you got 2 payouts from those accounts. What's there to even be upset about? I mean, shit, after the second payout, I mean, the emotional attachment to these accounts should be minimal. Should be minimal. You just got free money, basically. I have no interest in becoming a live trader with a prop firm ever again. They brought back the daily. Dude, as soon as, you know, it was crazy, Alfred. I was just actually on My Funded Futures, actually looking at their accounts. So they brought back the daily payouts, huh? Mm. Is there any discount gold codes that they're offering with it? Or is this one being offered with a discount? Hold on, does Tradify does it? 80? Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah, I don't know what the heck. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, I might have to pull these orders. I might have to pull these orders because I'm leaving lingering limit orders. That doesn't seem to work anymore on these metals. I mean, I think as long as Trump stays president, you can make a lot of money being a metals trader. Which is a great thing for metals traders. Mm. Oh, well. I'm going to short a retest of this breaker structure down. If given the opportunity to get into this trade, I'm going to short that. Breaks the structure. I short that. Rapid, huh? So $125. Let's look at the rules. I want to look at the rules first. Does my funded futures have micro silver? If they have micro silver, then hold on. Do they offer micro silver? Does anybody have a my funded futures account? And would you confirm if they have micro silver, or if they have silver at all? I might get one. If they have micro silver, I'll get it. Well. I just bought a Rapid account? Okay. Yeah, dude, if they have micro silver, I mean, if they have silver, yeah, we're gonna get these daily payouts. Oh, shit. Yeah, boy. My funded futures. What? You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? Okay. You can scale me all you want. I only need one contract. You can scale me all you want. I like this one contract. That's all I need, Alfred. I don't need anything bigger than that. I don't need anything bigger than that. As long as I have $2,000 of daily max loss, dude, all I need is one trade, one winning trade, and that's it. $180 per risking per trade. If I want to get cute with it, I can risk $270 per trade and make 2,000, 3,000. Yo, you know, fucked up. Daily payouts, 50K. And then you're gonna provide me micro silver? I mean, shit, I'll do you dirty with this. If I can get 35 ticks on micro silver, all I need is 72 ticks. Or hold on, let me make sure, because I was doing the math all day. All I need is 72 ticks, I think, on silver. You had to get $1,800. 36 ticks is 9. 54 ticks is like $1,100. Yeah, or 54 ticks is $1,300. Dude, I'm only risking. If I trade mini silver, I'm only risking $225 per trade on one contract. I'm sorry, $450. I apologize. $450 if I'm trading the mini, but but if I'm trading 3 micro contracts, I'm only risking $270 per trade, and I can have $550. So if I can take 2 trades per day, well, shit. I mean, I can get away with 2 trades. I mean, 2 contracts. I mean, I'm doing it now. I can get away with 2 contracts. Yeah, I'm gonna really think about this. So, like I said, the 25K with Tradeify, I'm just gonna trade silver on that one. Win or lose, I'm gonna trade silver on that because it was a free account, and I'm not trading gold on that account. And I was gonna get one of the select plans, but I mean, obviously, since Top Step X is only making Tradeify, or not Tradeify, Project X only a Top Step exclusive. Well, there's really no point because I'm not with if I choose the daily payout. I mean, I'm gonna try to get that payout, and I'll probably lose the account trying. That lockout feature on the X platform has been so powerful for my trading. I've now keep accounts at least for 9 days. That's how I have my risk set up. So I have at least 9 days with the account. $16 tick stop. Say great minds think alike, huh? Great minds. And the great thing about silver is like, dude, you don't even need all of that. Like the 18, 16 ticks are just, it's to give you a peace of mind. But if you're in the right spot, silver will bounce. Like it's crazy. Freaking crazy, man. All right, so let's look at this account. So they only got the Rabbit account in the 58K, just like Alfred said. The max position is only 5 contracts. You get 2K of drawdown. You have a profit target of 3K. I can get that shit in 1 day, bro. Or hold on, it's a 50% consistency rule. Ooh. So I have to pass this thing in 2 days. So you got to get over that 2K buffer. You got to get over the 2K buffer. Let me see. So if I have a 50K, so I can lose $270 per day. I probably won't even do it that way. It gives me 3 days in the account. 3 days. But that would mean I would lose 6 trades in a row, which is highly unlikely. Yo, what did you do? What did you do? What trade did you take, Alfred? Says, all right, I just got the account. All right, now I'm up $1,500. What did you do? What trade did you just take? Oh, you went long on NQ? Dang, how many contracts were you in? Oh, okay, so the market just pushed up 100 points. Okay. From this bottom to this top, it's 100 points. Dude, the scaling is crazy, man. This is a 100-point move right here. That's crazy, isn't it? It doesn't look like it if you're not paying attention. This doesn't look like a 100-point move, but this is a 100-point move right here. More than a 100-point move. Gold. Gold, 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 gold. 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 Well, I gotta probably pull those orders now. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the dilemma that I go through so much. Should I trade the this area, or should I just wait for a deeper pullback? And every time I choose a deeper pullback, it always does this crap right here, man. All right. All right. There goes my 90 ticks right there. You do or you do not. There is no try. I mean, it doesn't feel as good, huh? Doesn't feel the same. Man, I mean, like I said, it really depends on how you want to trade it. Mm. All right, so the question is, will the market, you know what? Hmm. I'll take this on the I'll take this on the hmm. Hmm. All right. So if the market comes, so I'm willing to, man, I might have to do this, man. I might actually have to take a chance at this area, but then if it goes down lower, try to do it again. John, well, my account's already logged out, so I don't know. I've already logged out of my account. But there has been issues with Top Step X though. At least what is this called? The Futures Desk. Their Project X is up. In the Metals chat or in Top Step's Discord, everybody is experiencing an outage. Don't know if this is oh shit. Did someone break their screen? Oh wow, someone broke their wow. Huh. Someone broke their screen. I can understand a trader can get emotional, but I said that if I were to ever do this, I would never trade again. I don't ever want trading to get me to a point to where I'm destroying my own property out of anger. That monitor makes this person money and they broke it because of something that's out of this monitor's control. I can understand, like, I mean, I get it, man, because you know, we're dealing with money, we're playing with money. And when a platform is not working correctly and we're emotionally tied to position and we're losing money or we're making it and we can't close the position, it can become emotionally frustrated. But if I ever do this, I will not trade ever again. I told myself that and I mean it. I mean it. But yeah, so yeah, a lot of people has been experiencing some. Yeah, Top Step dashboard is down too. Yeah, Top Step is down right now. So if you're on the X platform on Top Step, I guess I would highly recommend just sitting on your hands, I guess. So there's always Top Step fault. Is Top Step X is down while CME, Trade of 8 are not. Yeah. They should put their data subscription on auto pay. That's fine. Another firm just issued an alert that the Project S issue data is delayed issue affecting a number of prop firms, all using Project X. Yeah, dude, like yeah, we were just talking about that earlier. Dude, every time when the market is volatile and the firm can lose a lot of money, I don't think it's a coincidence. But obviously, I mean, that's what we can say. The only thing we can assume is every time the market gets a little volatile, something goes down, something stops working. Yeah, someone says they're done trading Top Step. Says this is Sanchez leaving the coal in Top Step stocking and putting them on the naughty list. No, so some dude was up 30K. You can't bribe me. If I'm up 30K, yeah, okay, so yeah, this guy right here said, imagine forfeiting 30K. That is crazy, man. Yeah, dude, this guy is I get, yeah, he said that he was up 30K and now yeah, that's crazy, man. I would be heated. He says this is a joke, right? That's hilarious. Yeah. 30 being up 30K. Yeah, I would have to walk away. I would have to cry on the treadmill. You can't, like, dude, there's not enough of a revenge trader to ever have that sit right in your mind. At least this person is this person's good. He's in a trade right now. So I guess, huh. Hmm. Okay. I mean, that's not a good look for Top Step because remember, uh, I guess when your enemy is making a mistake, don't stop them, right? When they did away with all the other trading platforms and went 100% in with and you know, the crazy thing is, if everybody recalls, the reason why they moved away from Tradeovate is because of this very issue that they're experiencing now. That was the main thing. Tradeovate would go down, and then they would have to, you know, figure out with Tradeovate, you know, what's going on and blah, blah, blah. And then it was like, fine. Something must have happened behind the scenes, and they said, fine, we're just going to go all in with Top Step X. And now Top Step X is having the same freaking issue. Isn't that ironic? The irony is just, I guess it's one of those things where, you know, when God, when they say God, when he's telling a joke, it's just one of those things, right? Yeah, I know, right? Right. Well, we'll see. We'll see if the market. We'll see. Actually, I don't even have my my limit set up. We'll see. Let's see. I'm gonna take the same trade in both of my accounts. 386. I need to already have these numbers in. All right. So if I get stopped out here, let me actually see where my stop out is. And this is what I hate so much because I have a 5-point stop. 41.3 minus 5.4. So 35.9. 35.9. 35.9. Yeah. Right there. It's going to, like, right there. I would get stopped out and I would have to get right back into this trade. This is my ongoing dilemma with freaking gold. My ongoing dilemma. If I reduce the risk on this, I could potentially get stopped out and then it goes higher. If I get stopped out on this, then I'm going to get stopped out in an area where it could potentially bounce and then go higher. If I reduce my risk a little bit, it doesn't even make sense to reduce the risk. It just doesn't. You tried silver last night? What was your experience? How you like it? You definitely have to have a strategy with silver, though. Oh, like I said, I guess it really depends on what kind of trader you are. The same way I trade gold is the same way I trade silver. I'm always setting limits and waiting for. No, 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 no. Ah, no. Project X. Why? Why? No. No. Well, I guess everything is okay. All right, well. All right, well, okay. I guess I'm experiencing it too. So I guess if I was, okay. He said, "Nah, you got to get a shot." What? Wait, what are you getting a shot for? You say you never lost so much money so fast? Yeah, dude. Yo, silver is not, in my opinion. Like I said, it's my opinion. You don't have a strategy on silver, man. It is not something that you can scalp. You can scalp it. You can get lucky. You can gamble on that shit, but. So this is what I'll do. If I get stopped out here, I'm gonna get my money back in the minis. I think. I'm gonna get my money back in the minis if I get stopped out here. 35. Well, I think I should just had this as like 90 or something like that. I mean, I guess this is a good, viable strategy. I guess, because, I mean, either it's going to hit this one or it's not. So 35.9. And actually, you know, honestly, let's kind of go over it so we can all have an idea of how to properly, or at least how I trade silver. 33. And this is the constant dilemma that I always go through. I think what happens here is I have to probably gauge like the market structure. If we're seeing something like this, then I probably have to go for the deeper liquidity, probably. But, you know, sometimes this thing holds here. So, I mean, if it holds, I mean, I'm not going to complain about it or nothing, but I already have my defender strategy if I get stopped out. Like, dude, if literally my stop is my entry for my limit order right here. I guess this could be a good strategy on gold. I'll accept if it does this, But if it comes back and stops me out at the deeper liquidity, I already have the minis to protect me and get my money back. So I guess I can do that. I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. That's a great compromise, at least for right now. That's a good compromise. She gave you something. I mean, shit. All silver does is take out her teeth and. It gives me money. All right. So, like I said, come on, gold. If you're gonna stop me out, then do that shit then. But if not, then let me stay in this trade. Anyway, so like I said, like a good example of what I'm looking for. All right, so I got stopped out, and now I'm in this trade with gold. Now I'm in this trade. Bastard gold. All right, so I guess the market wanted to go for the deeper liquidity. Honestly, I should have probably known that. I should have just probably stuck to the deeper liquidity. But it's okay. I'm gonna get my money back with this move. And even if it goes deeper, I got a limit order just for that. It wants to go deeper and that makes me more money. I have an order just for that. So the concept is pretty easy. The reason why I can find near perfect entries on gold and silver is because unlike the indices, silver or the metals don't have a lot of liquidity. You really can't manipulate price in metals. And that's kind of why I've kind of moved towards metals, at least for right now. So with that in mind, the market has to generate liquidity at all times. If you're familiar with market structure and stuff like that, then you can capture these near perfect moves just like this and get paid. Now, all you have to do is look and see what happens on the left side of the screen. Let's turn that off. That's all you have to do. You look for your breaks of structure. Like as an example, this right here, we got price breaking structure to the downside. And ideally, the first clue that you want to look for is if the bulls, or in this situation, if the bears are failing to rotate price lower. In this instance, we saw the bulls break above, pulls back to the area right here. And this would have been a great easy trade right here. If I was actually looking at the screen at the time, this was a trade that I would actually take. We have a failed, we have the bears failing, price breaking out, pulling back to the area. And then we have a breakout. We have a breakout above this high. We have a breakout above that high. We have a breakout about this one. So we just have basically a breakout. So this right here is now a new breakout area. And so this range right here is where all the liquidity is, all the interest is right now. Price should not go underneath this low. So this is now a major low. This is now a major high. So anything between this major low and this major high is up for grabs for liquidity. You just watch the price action in this range right here. Now, what I was talking about earlier was the different levels of liquidity. You have potential support right here, which they ran through, but sometimes gold will bounce right here. The deeper liquidity is where they bounced perfectly, where I have my line drawn. You can kind of see it. You just look to the left. You can see where that range right there, it breaks out. And from that area, we got a breakout. You can see that they bounced right here. They broke. They bounce. They broke. They bounce. So obviously this area right here is where it's kind of like point of control, kind of. And so that's why I was like, if I get stopped out here, then I'll just put my limit right here. And I think I should have at least one target filled right now. Okay, so yeah, one of my targets got filled. So now should be up on the day. I'll just let this one run. Probably, I'll probably put this one down a little bit. Probably one tick down. No, I'll keep it where it is. Because if the thing pulls back and fills this order, I would love that to happen too. But anyway, right here is where price broke structure. So this is an area of interest. This is where price kind of broke structure. This is an area of interest. So you have two areas of interest. And that's why I keep saying with gold is that dilemma is just, I hate it. I don't want to miss the move, but I don't want to give the market 5 points. But with silver, man, you got to love this instrument. With silver, it is always 9 times out of 10 that top liquidity. Look right here. Look right here. Look right here. You got this range right here. And look at where silver just comes back and bounces perfectly, man. Just beautiful, 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 beautiful. Beautiful at the top. That's why I love silver. That's why I enjoy trading silver. Look at that. I don't have to guess. It just does it at the top. 90% of the time. 90% of the time. It's top. Like, dude, I don't have to guess. I don't have to say, oh man, which is it going to go to the deeper liquidity? Dude, it's always bouncing at the top. And you're getting your money back. And you're getting money. Always at the top. It's gotten to the point now where it's like, well, if it comes down to the bottom, then I'm wrong. But look at this, guys. I mean, it kind of dug deep into a little bit. A little bit. You got this range. You can see where it bounced initially at the top. It kind of came back. I still would have been in this trade though. Still would have been in the trade. I have a 918 tick stop. So I still would have been in the trade. It almost would have stopped me out. But look at that. There's just no guessing. I know it's going to more than likely bounce at the top. And with one contract, look at all that money on one contract. One contract. You get a pullback. If you wanted a little bit of extra money, there you go. Before it comes back and stops you out. This is why I absolutely enjoy trading silver. Absolutely enjoy it. No guesswork, no nothing. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully you guys take advantage of that. Hopefully. You just have to be familiar with the price action and stuff like that. If you're familiar with that, then but if you trade ES, is pretty familiar with the ES. It's the same concept with the ES. Hold on. Because ES trades that way. But if you're a Nasdaq trader, it's going to be hard. It's going to be more of a challenge. And I'm saying this with experience because a lot of my issues with gold earlier on was trusting the support and the resisting and actually trusting the move. That's my issue with gold because of the Nasdaq. Because we all know that since the order book on Nasdaq is so light, price would just run through levels and it can just be mind-boggling to trade it. It can be mind-boggling for sure. Let me see if I can try to scale into this. If this thing goes below this entry, I'm gonna shoot for another entry here. I'm gonna shoot for a double. I'm trying to double tap into this. Let me see if I can get back in this. Because even if this trade loses, I've made my money already. I got a limit order filled. Okay. I have everything come off at that low right here. I'm wrong here. But anyway, if the market wants to continue to go lower. But what was I saying? Yeah, it's just no guesswork. I mean, that's just the whole point. There's no guesswork. I know exactly where I need to get in at. Even if it does go lower and pushes higher, I can still get in at the same area that I was going to originally get in at, and it's going to 9 times out of 10 work. That's why my funded futures they're gonna hate me. They're gonna hate seeing my there goes Sherm with another payout, another daily payout again. Trading silver. But I mean, the only thing that you have to do is be patient for the pullback. I mean, and allow yourself to be stopped out if you're wrong. Because if you're not gonna allow yourself to get stopped out, then it's highly likely that you'll have a big loss. Because once gold or silver gets going, it doesn't reject until it gets to an area of supply. It'll keep going until it gets to an area of support or resistance. So that's the only thing. Yeah, hopefully that helps. Yeah, no problem, John. And if you look, I think I posted a link in the chat. I'll repost the link again. If you want to learn so this like the smart money concepts and stuff like that, because that's what I'm mostly using, and price action, smart money concepts, whatever you want to call it. Okay. That's what I'm mostly using here. I'll give this trade a couple more minutes, and then I'll give it a couple more minutes to see what it does, because I am out of time for this session. But I mean, if I get stopped out, which honestly, give me. So this is what I'm going to do in this situation. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my stop underneath this low, because I don't like the fact that, well, first and foremost, I have the drawdown for this type of trade. So I kind of want to say that. I don't like the fact that the weekly low is right here, or my stop is above the weekly low. And I think the market wants to probably come and try to tap that. So we'll see. We'll see. Or the weekly open. That's not the weekly low. That's the weekly open right there. So to protect myself in this trade, I'm just going to put my stop underneath that low. I have the drawdown for it. But all right, guys, I'm out of time for this session. I appreciate everybody that joined me today. We'll definitely come back tonight, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody. Have a good day.